Hey everybody, Ryan here, coming at you with a video. Today I was going to be doing my Q&A to put up, but this morning I woke up and realized that today was Academy Award nominations day. And so I was like, well, I'm going to go ahead and throw up one of these videos instead of my Q&A today. I'll do that tomorrow. And so I took about 3 or 4 days off from making videos, because if I make a lot of videos back to back to back, since a lot of my job during the day is doing video stuff, I have to take a break for a few days, and so that's usually how it's going to work. A few days out of the week, I'm going to put up probably 3 or 4 videos, and then I'll be done putting videos up for 3 or 4 days, just so I could rest. And so I'm at work, like I said, and I'm on a little break, and so I decided to go ahead and do this video. I wanted to get up as quick as I could before you guys get flooded with Oscar nominations talk. And we'll go ahead and start with the best pictures. I'm only going to do some of the categories, probably the top main 5. Alright, I'm just going to move through some of these kind of quickly if I haven't seen them. We got The Artist, which is a silent film. I really, really want to see it, but it just hasn't opened in my area yet. We have The Descendants. You know, I was kind of happy when this came up on, when it came up on the Best Picture list, because Alexander Payne is a very good filmmaker, and I've always enjoyed his films. I have yet to see this film, though. Extremely Loud and Incredibly Close. I really want to see this ever since I saw Robbie Webster's Out and About video, or Around the Town video he did recently about it, about going to see it, and I love Tom Hanks films. The Help. I really enjoyed The Help. I thought it was a great adaptation of the book, and I thought it just really showed how the times were in 50s and 60s America, and I just really enjoyed it, and I was really hoping it was going to get some sort of nomination, as well as some of the acting in it. Hugo, probably the film I looked forward to the most this year, or this past year, but I didn't see it, because it got pulled out of theaters by the time I got money to go see it. And so, as a lot of you guys know, I saw War Horse and Tinker Tailor Soldier Spy instead. We also have Midnight in Paris. Woody Allen is one of my all-time favorite filmmakers, and I loved Midnight in Paris. I thought it was a great film, and I just thought it was just a fun movie. And so, if you haven't seen it, I highly recommend it. It's out on video and DVD. Sorry, I don't know why I said video and DVD. It's still out on DVD. It's just came out on DVD and Blu-ray. I think a couple months ago or last month, and so I definitely recommend you check it out. It was a wonderful, wonderful movie, especially if you're into art and stuff. And there's a really funny scene with Owen Wilson and Luis Buñuel and Salvador Dali, and it's just a classic film. And I wouldn't be bothered if that won. The next film we have is Moneyball, starring Brad Pitt, and I haven't seen this film yet. I really, really wanted to see it. It's about baseball, but I know it's a lot more to it than that. And the next one is Tree of Life, which is one of my all-time favorite films now, and my favorite film of last year. And so, of course, that's going to be the one I'm going to be rooting for to win Best Picture. Will it? I don't know, because it was so polarizing with critics and stuff. But we do know the Academy likes to surprise us sometimes. And lastly, War Horse, directed by Steven Spielberg. Brilliant movie. Spielberg definitely has returned to his glory of having a great backdrop with great story, and he really knows how to do war movies. And he knows how to bring out human emotion. Some people think he's a trickster and he's a manipulator because he knows how to bring out human emotion. I just think it's just a way of making films to make you feel for the characters, and so I really enjoyed it. Alright, now moving to the directing category, we have, I don't know how you pronounce his name, but the director of The Artist. And like I said, it's a silent film. It looks like a wonderfully directed film. We have Alexander Payne, The Descendants. Also looks like a great film. We have Hugo, and from what I hear, Martin Scorsese really did a fine job directing the film. The only thing I heard critically about the film was that some people thought that the 3D was kind of annoying, which usually some of that comes up anyways whenever there's a movie in 3D. And then we have Woody Allen in Midnight in Paris, and Terrence Malick for Tree of Life. Woody Allen's won his Oscar, so it's Martin Scorsese. Alexander Payne hasn't, neither is the director of the Artist. But I really think Terrence Malick deserves an Oscar, especially for Tree of Life. It is a masterpiece, and even if you've seen it and you hate it with a passion, you can't. I mean, you really can't say that it wasn't a beautifully directed film. It might have bored you at some point, but I can't see how that was a bad job at directing, even if you didn't like the film. And so, now let's go to the acting categories. For actor in a leading role, we have, I think it's Demian Bichir. I don't know how you pronounce it. For A Better Life. I've never even heard of that movie. We have George Clooney for The Descendants, which he's always an Oscar favorite. I think it's Jean Dujardin, The Artist. I don't know if I'm getting these right. Gary Oldman for Tinker Tailor Soldier Spy. He is probably the one in this category that I'm going to be rooting for the most, because I think he's a heavily underrated actor. He's done a lot of great work, and he deserves an Oscar. And also, we have Brad Pitt for Moneyball. I haven't seen Moneyball. I really enjoy Brad Pitt, but I'm not sure. I haven't seen the movie. And so, Gary Oldman would be my favorite. And now to actress in a leading role. If it seems like I'm just flying through some of these, it's because I'm not one of those people that, like, try to promote a movie if they haven't even seen it. I know a lot of, for instance, sometimes people that, for instance, love Martin Scorsese, and, like, I love him. He's one of my top 3 favorite filmmakers, but I'm not going to push Hugo on you if I haven't seen it, because I know some people, not really here on YouTube, I don't really see any of that, but I know some people, do that. I've seen it on the internet, and I've seen it in general, and I know a lot of you can say the same thing. Promote something even if you haven't seen it. And I'm not going to do that. I'm going to try to be real with you. Actress, we have Glenn Close, Albert Nobbs. I've seen pictures of her. She's, like, dressed like a man. It looks like an Oscar-worthy performance. I don't know. I don't have any interest in seeing Glenn Close as a man. And so, who knows? And then we have Viola Davis for The Help, which I thought she did amazing in. I would not complain if she got this. In fact, after I look at the list, actually, she would be my pick for actress in a leading role. I think she did brilliant. And we have Rooney Mara for The Girl with the Dragon Tattoo. I don't know. I haven't seen that movie, and to be honest with you, I have no interest in seeing the movie. I love David Fincher. I might eventually see it one day, but I have no interest in seeing it, so I'm not sure. Now, the picture, she looks like she really dove into the character, so to be honest with you, I wouldn't have a problem if she won either, by looking at what I've seen. And next we come to Meryl Streep for The Iron Lady. I don't know about y'all, but I'm kind of over Meryl Streep for the Oscars. I know that might be mean to say, but I'm just kind of over it. And so, I'm definitely not going to be going for Meryl Streep. She plays Margaret Thatcher, and I'm somebody who actually likes reading and really likes Margaret Thatcher, even though some people might not like her. But I still don't have any interest in seeing it. Other than that, it seems like it's gotten pretty bad reviews. And so, then we have Michelle Williams for My Week with Marilyn, which she also looks like she does a great job as Marilyn Monroe. I don't know. Alright, now I'm down to supporting actor. We have Kenneth Branagh for My Week with Marilyn, and I know he played Laurence Olivier, I'm pretty sure. I love Kenneth Branagh as an actor, and I wouldn't be surprised if he wins. He's usually a highly acclaimed actor in everything he does, and I haven't seen the movie, but I'm sure he did a good job. And we have Jonah Hill for Moneyball. I thought this is one of the reasons why I really want to see Moneyball, is because, I like Jonah Hill. I love Superbad. I really like everything he's in. And I really want to see a movie. If he's good enough in a movie to get an Oscar nomination, I really wanted to see it. And some of my friends have said Moneyball was amazing, and I really want to see it really bad. So that'd be cool if he wins. Nick Nolte for Warrior. I have not seen Warrior. That is one of the movies that I've wanted to see so bad. And actually, now that I think about it, today, I think when I get off work today, I'm gonna go home, get the Warrior, or get Warrior out of Redbox if it's there, and I'm gonna watch it. If I don't, I'm gonna watch it this week. Then we have Christopher Plummer, Beginners. I've never seen it. I like Christopher Plummer. Then we have Max von Sydow for Extremely Loud and Incredibly Close. Amazing actor. If you've seen any of Bergman's films and pretty much he was in it, and everything he's been in has just been amazing. I guess recently he's been in a lot of films too, but my favorite film he's been in the last 10 or 15 years was Minority Report, which is one of my favorite movies, and it's definitely one of my favorite Spielberg movies. So now let's go ahead and go to actress in a supporting role. Bernice Bejo. I don't know if that's how you say her name. She's the woman from The Artist. She also looks like she does a great job. We have Jessica Chastain for The Help. She did amazing. I actually walked out of that movie saying, she should definitely get an Oscar nomination. Then we have Melissa McCarthy for Bridesmaids, another film I have not seen, and to be honest with you, I have no interest in seeing. Then we have Janet McTeer for Albert Nobbs. I've never even heard of the actress. I haven't even looked at a picture. Let me see what she looks like. I'm looking at my computer if I keep looking down. Okay, I've never heard of or seen that person. Then we have Octavia Spencer for The Help. Out of this category, I'd probably want Jessica Chastain or Octavia Spencer to win for The Help because they both did amazing jobs. So, let's see. Alright, in the last category I'm going to talk about today, there's a million other categories. Actually, not a million. But, I got to get back to work. But I wanted to at least get some top categories that mean a lot to me out there. And that's for music, original score. We have John Williams for The Adventures of Tintin. I've heard the score. I made sure I listened to all these scores before I did this video. John Williams is amazing in anything. He's my favorite composer in regards to film, as with Hans Zimmer. And I think that score was amazing. And we have the score for The Artist. That was also a great score. If you haven't seen or heard any of the music in the film, you need to do yourself a treat. It's really a throwback to the silent film era. It's amazing. We have Howard Shore for Hugo. Also a great score. I really enjoy everything that Howard Shore does, music-wise. He's done a lot of great things. We have Alberto Iglesias for Tinker Tailor Soldier Spy. An amazing score. It really set atmosphere to that film. I really enjoyed the film once again, and I really wish it would have gotten nominated for Best Picture. I don't think I've said that yet, but I really wish that Tinker Tailor Soldier Spy was nominated for Best Picture. Right now, I'm actually watching the original George Smiley BBC productions that starred Alec Guinness, and they're pretty amazing too. And I'm really glad that Tinker Tailor Soldier Spy was made into a full-length, or an actual theatrical film, and they really did a great job adapting it. And then we also have Warhorse, John Williams. I've always loved John Williams, everything he's done. My favorite John Williams, though, has to be the E.T. score. I love it, and the Saving Private Ryan score. But Warhorse was amazing, an amazing score. And that's actually the one that I really hope wins, is the Warhorse score. Alright, well, can I think of anything that I really wish would have been nominated? I wouldn't have mind. I really enjoyed the Ides of March. I really don't know if that was Best Picture material, but I did think Ryan Gosling and George Clooney did great, and they could have gotten nominations for that. I know George Clooney's already nominated, but that's never stopped them from nominating him twice. I'm pretty sure he's been nominated twice in 1 year. But I was really, really overall really happy with all these nominations. Like I said, I wish Tinker Tailor Soldier Spy was nominated for Best Picture. It's nominated for a lot of other things. The cinematography category, it has all the great films of this year in it. I hope Tree of Life wins that. It's nominated for it. Or Warhorse, that's nominated for it also. But I just really am looking forward to that, to the Academy Awards. And for those of you who want to know, it's the Academy Awards, the 84th Academy Awards, is Sunday, February 26th at, it says tune in on ABC Live at 7 Eastern Time, but we all know the award show doesn't start until 8:30 p.m. Eastern Time. But I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I really just wanted to get it together really quick. So I'm sorry if you feel like I'm rushing through it, but I wanted to get this video out there before you guys got sick of hearing about the Oscar nominations. So with that, remember, there's 3 ways of doing things: the right way, the wrong way, and the chat away. This week, I got my Q&A coming. I got 2 installments of Ryan's favorites to try to get down on that countdown. Since I took a little break from it, I found my list, and so I'll be continuing that. And also, check out my trailer for my new season of Ryan Cinema Analysis. I couldn't figure out what I called it. I'm really looking forward to jumping back into that series. And so, alright guys, I will see you later.